Alright, hello everyone, this is Ryan. I'm back again. Just going to introduce an idea that maybe some people have heard of, but maybe not. So just want to bring it up to the idea of syncing or syncretism. Syncing the different sciences, philosophies, mathematics, geometry, all into one holistic view. And in this process of syncretism, the concept of the sun god comes up a lot. So just going to introduce to you guys the potential that the name of Jesus Christ is actually the sun. Hope you enjoy it. Alright, welcome back. Just going to share this idea of sun gods throughout ancient history, and I'm going to refer to the God of Christ. And just want to put that idea out there for people to think about. My intention here with presenting syncretism to you guys is not to get you to believe in what I believe or anything like that. It's just to get you to think about things and do research and find out for yourself what makes sense, what actually truly adds up to you. So that's my intent here. I'm going to start out by reading something from a book called "The Word Made Flesh" by Carey, George W. Carey. And here we go. Thus we see how it is also means a ray or light, the lamp. The essence of life within us, the oil, is what feeds this lamp, causes it to give light. It is carried up to the place of this lamp or candle, which is in the Bible referred to as the optic thalamus. If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. Thus we frequently, when trying to comprehend something, put our hand over our eyes for a moment, and then exclaim, "Oh yes, now I see the light. Behold the Lamb of God, which taketh away the sins of the world." So what we're going to do today is some Gemetria. Here's your basic cipher in English. You divide the alphabet in two parts, 13 letters on top, 13 on the bottom. Count up from 1 to 7 and back down 6 to 1. So I'm just going to take the word Jesus Christ as a name, and I'm going to find out some pretty interesting things. Hopefully you guys will follow this. So if you add up the numbers that correspond to the letters, which is what Gemetria or numerology is all about, the word Jesus would be 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. And notice that, 666. Interesting coincidence already. And then Christ would be 3, 6, 5, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so what we're going to do now is once we write down the corresponding numbers to the words, and you add those up, so you add 4, 5, 6 plus 6, and that equals 27. You add 3, 6, 5, 5, 6, 7, and that equals 32. Alright, so now you can take this a step further, and you can write out 27 back in your cipher, back in your alphabet. So 27 and 32. You write those out, and 27, actually the numbers, which I'm not going to write down right now, but you can do this for yourself. You can pause the video and do it. But 27 actually adds up to 48, and 32 adds up to 45. So now multiply 48 times 45 and you get 2,160. Now this is referring indirectly to the sun because the sun is in one of the zodiacal ages for 2,160 years. So this is actually just one of the 12 zodiac signs in the great year, or the Platonic year. So for example, I'll draw this real quick. So you have your zodiac, you got 12 pie slices. Let's say this is one slice right here. The sun would be in this sign, or blocking out this sign is actually correct, for 2,160 years. And each sign does that. So we've been in the age of Pisces for 2,160 years, and we just popped into Aquarius, and we'll be in Aquarius for 2,160 years. So right there, hidden within the name of Christ, you have processional ages that are encoded. So that's pretty interesting. Now I'm going to go on and take it a step further, and I'm just going to go into some Egyptian sun god stuff. So because Christianity gets its roots in Egypt. So Ra is the height of the sun and is also a sun god, and his son was Horus, who's also the sun. They're just different aspects of the sun. So if you do the Gemetria for Horus, so the numbers that correspond to Horus, you actually get 6, 2, 5, 6, 6. Alright, so now we're referring to a sun god, and if you multiply 6 times 2 times 5 times 6 times 6, well, ironically, no, I don't think so, you get 2,160 again. So encoded in the name of Horus and encoded in the name of Christ are both referring to the sun. Actually, this is, again, an age, a processional age, 2,160 years. So I just asked myself, is this a coincidence? Could this possibly be coincidence? I don't know. I'll ask you guys to make up your own mind there. Then I also did this with another word, Yeshua, which was Jesus' name, spelled with a Y, because the letter J did not exist until like the 14th or 15th century. So Jesus was spelled with a Y in Hebrew and an I in Greek. So if you add up the Gematria for Yeshua, you get 2, 5, 6, 6, 1. And this does not refer exactly to the sun, but I thought it was pretty interesting that when you add up these, you actually get, when you multiply 2 times 5 times 6 times 6 times 1, you actually get 360. So 360 degrees is a circle. Ironic? I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. So perfect circle there. Okay, so moving on back to the name of Christ. And I'll also read real quick from Psalms 83:15. God is the sun and the shield. John 1:15. God is light. So I'll just throw that out there. Back to the words Jesus Christ. If you take the 27 and the 32, which we already discovered is encoded in the name, and you multiply them, you get 864. Well, 864, if you just add 3 zeros, which are just placeholders, it's actually the diameter of the sun itself. 864,000 miles across is the diameter of the sun. So there we have another encoding in the name of Christ with the solar system or the sun. Now, you can take this a step further and go, well, if you add up just the word Jesus, so we'll take this down here and go 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, and multiply these. So 4 times 5 times 6 times 6 times 6, and you're going to end up with another significant number, which is 4,320. So notice that 4,320 is exactly half of 864, right? So you draw our sun again, start from the center. Half of 864 is the radius. The radius is Ra, referring to the sun again, D-I-U-S, which is Dios, which is God. So radius actually means sun, God. So now you not only have the diameter of the sun, you have the radius of the sun encoded in the name of Christ. Really interesting to me. So you can go on and on and on. There's actually a lot of encoding in this name. I'm just highlighting a couple little things, but we can move on to back to the idea of precession. So the Earth is tilted its axis at 23.4 degrees. So this is how the sun's elliptical hits the Earth and creates a sine wave, which actually is the zodiac. So, but going to these numbers are pretty significant too, because the universe put them together in such a beautiful way. So there's a significance here with this in the idea of completion. So 2 plus 3 plus 4, so right here, 23.4 degrees, equals 9. 9 is a number of completion in numerology, because technically we only have 9 digits. We have 10 fingers, which is our 10 base system, but one of them is a 0. Okay, so we have a 10 base system, 0 being a placeholder, so we have 9 digits. 9 is a number of completion. So, and that's going to come up a couple more times with specific numbers. So the Earth's tilt encodes 9, a number of completion. Also, if you go back to that precessional number, which is 2,160, and you add up 2 plus 1 plus 6, well, plus 0, 0 is a placeholder, it equals 9. Again, a number of completion. So that's interesting. If you take the radius of the sun, which is 4,320, and you mirror that, so take the 0 away, and you mirror that, you get 2, 3, 4, which is 23.4 degrees. Again, that's the Earth's tilt. So you mirror these two, and when you add them together, so 432 plus 234, you get 666. Again, this is referring to the hex. This is the element of carbon, or carbon-based life forms, which we are, vibrating in a material form. This is the number of matter, basically, vibrating on planet Earth. 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. So when you mirror these two, it encodes 666, which is, it's not a negative number, it's not the mark of the beast, it's just a vibration in which material life vibrates at. Now, if you take 432, which we discovered is the diameter of the sun, and you divide that by 2, or half it, you get 216. Okay? So you add that 0, and you have your age, your precessional zodiacal age as well. But, again, the universe does things in such beautiful order. This actually encodes, not only comes from the word Christ, which encodes the sun, but it encodes the moon, because the moon, the diameter of the moon is actually 2,160 miles across. So again, the moon, diameter, 2,160. So there's a relationship between the moon and the sun, and this number, which is a part of the great year, or the Platonic year, or called the precession of the equinox. So there's a direct relationship there that nature or the universe put into place. Taking it a step further, one of the things that I think is absolutely amazing that is encoded into the name of Christ, which we've already discovered, 432 and 864. But if you take 432, the radius of the sun, and you square it, so 432 times 432, you get a specific number, an amazing number. 186.624. And this actually is the speed of light. So, back to the Bible. God is light. In the name of Christ, you have the sun, the radius, diameter, the precession of the equinox, and you actually encode the actual speed of light. Amazing.